hating on me. Till it play some ball. Play some, yeah, I said play some.
Brown trying to wiggle free.
I'm watching highlights and shit. After every game day, I watch the highlights. Every team, except for the fucking Cowboys. I ain't never watching the Cowboys unless they play somebody good. Them niggas ass. I don't like watching really anybody in the NFC East. I don't like watching trash football. That shit piss me off. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch good. The Browns are 7-3, my nigga. This shit is crazy. And nobody talking about it because don't nobody really know. Saints 8-2. I had a feeling they weren't gonna flop off. You know what I'm saying? I had a feeling about this shit. I really should do reactions while I watch this shit. But then again, I don't be in here just talking this shit. When I watch the football highlights, I just be tuning in and watching it. But everybody keep asking me what happened to my wrist and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was playing football. This shit happened in May. It was May 2nd. I was playing football. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I like to play football. Woo. That's beside the point. I was playing football, you know what I'm saying? And we was at the park. And there's this dude, the nigga like he was cold. You know how niggas be having the tight ass shirts on and shit. Nigga like an athlete. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I asked him to play football and shit. Woo do. He was like, he could have went and played for the school in Austin, Texas University. That's in Austin. He's like, he could have, but he didn't or some shit like that. And like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I want my 1-on-1, my 1v1, you feel me? So the first play, they threw a bomb on it. They threw a bomb against me, and I was holding, bro. They threw a bomb. And I was with him, but you know how you misread the ball? I did this shit when I was in high school. We were playing Ravel. Like, I thought I had a whole interception, but I had misread the ball. And the motherfucker went over my head, you feel me? And the nigga had caught like a touchdown. I tackled his ass, but he think he still get the ball out, caught a touchdown. But you just misread the ball. Like, I had misread the ball, like it was coming towards me. Because that bill kind of wobbling and shit, like it was coming at me. And so I jumped. And when I jumped, you feel me? The ball had like went over my head. I'm like, what the fuck? And bro had like caught that bitch. I almost caught that bitch. Like for the bomb on me, first play type shit. I think I had like punched the ball out and the ball came out or some shit. But when I was coming down, you feel me? I was coming down and I tried to brace my fall like this, you know what I'm saying? And I did that shit. And I landed on my hand. And when it happened, you know what I'm saying? My shit was hurting. I was like, fuck. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't move it. But I was like, fuck. But I didn't want to go out. You feel me? It was the first play. You know what I'm saying? At the time, the girl I was fucking with was there. It was the first play, and then, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to like no bitch. So I was like, I ain't sitting out, you know what I'm saying? So I finished the game. Then after that game, you know what I'm saying? I guess I did good, you know what I'm saying? Because the locals of the town or whatever was playing it, the niggas put me on 18 too. Even though I was fucking exhausted because I was not in shape. It was hot as hell outside. It was like 100 degrees. I was hot as fuck. I was out there exhausted. But I played with them niggas too. And then, you know what I'm saying, I went home and shit, and my shit was still hurting. My shit was still hurting the week after that. The next week, you know what I'm saying, woo do. My shit was still hurting for like a long time, so I went to the doctor. Like, I think I went to the doctor like 2 weeks after it was hurting. I went to the doctor, you know what I'm saying, they told me my shit was like a blood vessel pop. But these not actual doctors, these like comeback medics, you know what I'm saying? So they told me a blood vessel had popped, but my shit was still hurting. So I went back again, you know what I'm saying? Then they was like, all right. They sent me to the get my x-rays and shit. And then my x-rays came back good. They ain't see nothing wrong with it, you feel me? So they said I sprung it. So they gave me like a little brace or something. And they told me, you know what I'm saying, woo-do-do. Your shit gonna be straight. Just come, you know what I'm saying, if it hurts, still come back, you know what I'm saying? So I think I went a month with that brace on or some shit, maybe 2 weeks or a month. And I came back, my shit was still hurting, so they extended. So, no, they took me off profile, which means you can use your hand, but my shit was still hurting, so I couldn't use it. So I went back to him, and the doctor was like, yo, he was like, first it was a female doctor, and I told her it was still hurting. She was like, it's hurting because you're not keeping the brace on, so you got to keep it on for. So she extended my profile for another month, which means I can't work or use my hand for a whole another month. And then, so we did that, and once I went, it was still hurting after that. Like, I still couldn't use it. It wasn't just hurting by itself, but like, I couldn't do no push-ups. I couldn't bend my arm back like this, you feel me? So I went back again, and then the doctor told me it's hurting because you got the brace on. So I don't know what he was thinking, you feel me? But he was like, all right, we also gonna send you to another doctor, woo-do-do. And they gonna try it out, you feel me? This was like the doctor at the main hospital on post, you feel me? So I took my brace off. I'm walking around with no brace. But I was still wearing it because my stuff was hurting. But he said not to wear it. And I went to the other doctor, and they went and did x-rays, and they did the x-rays. looking at it from a different angle, they found out like I broke my skyphoid bone in my wrist, which is like the most important bone in your wrist. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to the doctor, they was like, "It's no possible way for that bone to heal without surgery." You know what I'm saying? Like they would have never knew that it was been broken. It would have never healed. You feel me? So I had to get surgery. And when I got the surgery, I had surgery like 2 weeks ago. I feel like I'm just rambling now. I had the surgery that y'all probably don't even care that much, but I'm just gonna, whoever watch. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But so when I had the surgery, they took some bone from my arm, right? They took bone from my arm and they put the shit in my wrist. You feel me? Since it was like a gap between the bones, so I guess they took bone from the arm. However they did it, I don't know. And they put it on the wrist. You feel me? They put it in my wrist. And I saw that shit today, like with the stitches and shit, and that shit looked fucking nasty as fuck. It looked nasty. That shit low-key hurt it when it was taking the stitches out. But that shit looked nasty as fuck. And the fucking yo, that's what happened to my wrist though, man. I don't even know what made me fucking make this video. I don't know what I really was finna fucking talk about on this bitch. I was finna talk about something else. But I'm gonna upload a little, probably I'll start just uploading every day until, you know what I'm saying, until I just get ready to drop some hot shit, you feel me? But I guess I can get a thumbnail or some shit like this. Get the lighting and shit. I grew up bumping him, couldn't dream of him, just hating on me. Tell him face some, face some, yeah, I said face some. Tell him face some, yeah, I said face some. I grew up bumping him, couldn't dream of him, just hating on me. Face some, yeah. Top say, let him keep on talking, he's a dad, man. Top say, nigga stop. Nigga, we gon' bang out with them dirty pistols. You gon' bang out with some dirty niggas. I'm a murder figure. I grew up bumping him, couldn't dream of him, just hating on me. Tell him face.